Okay, last thing we wanted to talk about as far as how to be successful on day one is your ability to solve problems right away. This is an ongoing issue, and it's one of the reasons why the whole idea of entry level jobs for cybersecurity is so dang weird. People, when they hear entry level job, they think, oh, I don't have to have any skills. I'll show up and I'll get trained. And that really isn't the case in most places, particularly in the private sector, in DoD, and in the military and in the civilian service. I think there are way more opportunities to show up and be kind of entry level, but it's this need to have you be able to solve problems from day one that really is kind of like the fence that you've got to get over. And so that means you've got to be comfortable taking risk and possibly failing when you're going to try something new, which is to say, you know how to solve the problem, you've just never done it in this context. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. I don't think failure is a sign of weakness. Jason, what do you think about failure and and being comfortable taking risks?
Yeah, I actually encourage my team a lot that they should be seeking out places where we can do risk and possibly fail. And that's fine, right? We're going to fail. We're going to fail forward. So when we make a mistake, we're learning from that. And I don't care if you make a mistake, but let's just not make the same one over and over again, right? Let's make it once and then fix it and then keep moving forward. The other thing is that a lot of things that you do, if you don't ever have failure, you're obviously not pushing yourself hard enough, is the way I kind of look at things. If we're doing everything safely, we're never, pushing it to the envelope, and we could have gotten a lot more out of you and out of the company if we had been trying harder. When I work with my development team, especially, we talk a lot about failure, and I'm okay with there being bugs. I'm okay with there being failure. We're going to find them. We're going to work our way through it. And the big thing is, if we're going to fail, we want to put it into an environment where we can fail safely. So as we're trying out something new, we're not going to do that on our production server. We'll do that in our development environment,
Right.
and then we'll put it in our staging environment, and then we'll move to the production environment. And by then we fixed 95% of the problems. And yeah, there's still bugs that make it to production, and we find those and we fix those after. But having that mentality of, I'm going to try something, and if I fail, that's okay. I'll pick myself up and I'll move forward. That's where you learn most of the things that you're going to learn on the job that you can't learn from a textbook, because
Right.
that's where you find those new and innovative ways of doing things. And I have some people on my team who are very risk averse and they don't want to fail. And so they're very, very, they're limited in what they can produce and what they can achieve because of that afraid of failure, afraid of failing, and afraid of going over the line. So, it's those kind of things that you sometimes just gotta try something new because you'll get better results.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's true. Um, the problem is that a lot of people have been shamed by others or taunted by others for failing. And I think it's kind of a norm in American culture anyway. Perhaps in other cultures, failure isn't seen as quite as a stigma. But man, it's just thick. People just some people just love to see you fail, right? And so the kind of the environment that you're in can be really tough in terms of feeling safe to fail. I think it's the responsibility of the hiring manager and the supervisor to create an environment where failure is okay and is encouraged. Because here's the thing: you will never learn a better lesson from anyone or any situation more than you'll learn from failure. Failure is the absolute best teacher. You just want to make sure that the tuition payments aren't awful.